Alright, let's do the next map of Black Diamond, as it is called. Even though it says BD, I promise we are not playing Brutal Doom. Um, I have no intention to ever play Brutal Doom. Anyway, map 2. Another very small scale map. These first two maps gave me an impression that this was going to be all small maps. But this is not the case. The next couple are going to be a bit normal sized. I actually think it's pretty smart design, really forcing you to take the Berserk right away. Because sometimes maps want you to take a Berserk early, but you can skirt by without it, and then you can use it to heal, and it's not really what they're going for. This room's tricky, but you want to use that maneuver where you want to be as parallel as you can to the walkway. So here the Revenant is going left and right, so I want to be as parallel to him as possible, shooting as parallel as possible. Which is to say, be close to the wall, but far from the Revenant. I don't know. I didn't explain that well. Whatever. But ammo is really tight on these first two maps. I only have one rocket finishing that fight. Luckily, a little bit extra. I did forget the Archvile was there. That's true. You could probably tell. Maybe not. Whoa, that's a Spectre. Spectres really blend in to this type of environment. Oh no, this is not going to go well. Oh wow, I really got away with that, huh? No. I left so many rockets behind. Am I just moving on? Did I seriously not notice all of the rockets where the Archvile spawned? I think if I press semicolon, I can let my guy keep shooting. Look, there are rockets here. And me is still not aware of that, I guess. Getting clawed to death by an imp. Oh my gosh, we are actually going to continue without those rockets, huh? I do actually ignore them, wow. I did forget, or didn't notice them. I'm just noticing it now, first time. So I don't want to take the super shotgun, because then the doors close. I just want to deal with these guys first. Yay, infighting. Speed up that infighting a bit. One, two, three. Oh, while I'm here, I wanted to point out, A, this fight is not going well, and I'm lucky, so to speak. It's not random, but I didn't know that I could pass through that little pillar and not get stuck. But anyway, I wanted to say, when this map set was posted, it was a couple years ago now, I saw one of the comments on the Doomworld post from Raven Like a Desk, and they said that the map 5 Green's Key fight wasn't really fair. And I almost agree, but I think I found a consistent way to do it, which we'll see when we get to that. So just a little, I don't know, hook for that episode. No, I don't think they're wrong to think that that was a hard fight, because the solution I found was very strange. Anyway, another cool map. Very small scale. I'm curious if the next map is super short. I might do that one as well. Right now, 156 monsters. I feel like we could do both. Sure, let's do both. B Diamond 03. This one only took 2 tries. All right, great. Play demo. B diamond 03. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. There's no way I beat the second try, right? That's crazy. I don't know. Oh, looks like I did. So yeah, map 3. Yeah, I feel like I don't want to do a video of 50 monsters. So map 3. Now, I'll admit something. A lot of times these videos is the first time I actually listen to music. Because I'm usually listening to something else while I play the maps. Bunch of enemies spawn in, but we can use the tried and true strategy of run away. Maybe it's not that tried and true. A lot of low health moments. I disagree with not using the chain gun there. I should have used chain gun. And there's our healing berserk like I talked about last map. Ooh. See, it's been long enough that I've really played a lot of Doom that I'm like, whoa, we gibbed an imp with a punch. It doesn't matter at all. There's a couple years old now, interview they did with Sandy Peterson. I think it was from Decino, but it might have been some written thing. Whatever the case, Sandy says, yeah, when you give a monster, it can't be revived by an archvile. And maybe that's an idea they had at first, but it's not true. We get some pinkies. I've really had a bit of a turnaround in thinking pinkies are actually a higher priority target. Obviously, it depends on the map, it depends on the circumstance, but you would think pinkies are the lowest priority threat because they're melee only. They're fairly slow. But they have low health, and sometimes that means you pull the trigger one time, and now you have a lot of free space. Because pinkies take up a lot of space. I think this was the hardest fight in the map. Maybe it's just a skill issue, because it doesn't look like it should be that hard, but I had trouble with it. Yeah, like you can see that I actually did the first part, the hard part, fine, and then I took a lot of damage. So, I don't know, I think I just psyched myself out in a small space. Oh, let me just do an audio check to make sure I don't have to re-record this whole thing. No, we're good. Oh, look at that BFG. Look who is paying attention to the John Romero notes on how to make a good level. Make the rewards for your secret clear so that people know, hey, I should be looking around. Oh, I know this is a really weird compliment, I guess, but I thought this set did quite well with making its secrets beneficial, but not overpowered. So there's a secret out here, and it's a bonus fight, which I think is almost always nice, especially when it's a big secret like this. You know, we learned from Fractured Worlds, right? Put fights in your secrets. And maybe don't put fights in your secrets, because I almost died here. You got to do a little bit of pre-firing and a little bit of dodging. But I'm out of practice with dodging Revenant. I'm out of practice with dodging everything, but Revenants you have to actually pay attention. Most enemies, as long as you're moving. So that was a disgusting showing, but we're not dead, so what more can we ask for, right? More health, that's for one. So now we get, well, I think it's pretty obvious what's going to happen based on what we can see, right? I really stand by the overall strategy here, but it was still a bit of a nail-biter, and maybe it shouldn't have been. Like, to me, this is a pretty straightforward setup. Kill the Archvile, then deal with the Hell Knights. But nah, I think I'm taking it back. I think the smarter move would have just been shoot the Hell Knights and don't deal with the Archviles, because you're not killing both Archviles quickly, and I didn't kill both Archviles quickly, so I spent all that time shooting the first Vial. But I still didn't have access to the middle area because the other Archvile was around, so I think I shot myself in the foot a little bit there, making it harder than it had to be. I think what I would have liked here is more space and the door to close behind you. I don't think that... Oh, that was weird. This... yeah. Because we just shot them from far away. Is it possible for a Revenant to survive 2 rockets without the no splash glitch? Revenant's 300 health. Splash on a direct is around 120-ish. Let's just go for that. And then 240, and say you low roll on both, which is possible. You get 20 and 20, so 140 plus 40 is 180. I mean, I guess it's possible. It's not just possible, it should happen. About once every 64 Revenants. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is insta-death if you fall in, but I didn't fall in. Partially because I got lucky with a low damage hit, so low knockback. Alright, so that is going to be map 3. I would say the easiest of the set. Certainly longer than map 1 and 2, but nothing super crazy except that small... Even that one wasn't too bad. But I like the map. Looks cool, a lot of variety. And it was clear where to go despite all the movement. Good level. Okay.